Proviamo a finire oggi Blacksad, va? Non so se ci riesco, mancherà un'altra oretta almeno. Sì, un po' il caricamento un po' lungo. Non finire, cappa. Ricominciamo dalla parte dell'incubo, dato che l'avevo già fatta questa scena qua, ma deve essere salvata perché ho spento e non me l'ha salvato. Vabbè.
As for me, it was the first time in days that I had gone to bed without my daily beer. A real shame. Nothing like a bruised body to help you to sleep like a baby. Maybe I should have given myself a beat.
Vediamo un po' com'è.
Blacksad.
Finally, I need you at the gym now, please.
Volevo dormire, porca puttana. Non si può neanche più dormire. Su via. Bam. I caricamenti sono molto veloci, ma è colpa della console che ha un po' di tempo.
It was like this when I got here.
When did you get here?
I've been calling you for over an hour.
Calm down. I'll take care of this. Had you already finished looking through these papers?
I wish.
Well, I guess you'll enjoy sorting all this again. Bingo.
What is it?
Nothing. Just a freshly signed contract.
Chissà chi è che mi ha... un documento. Vediamo se sono uguali a quelli dell'impronta. Aspettate che si carica sempre con molta calma. No. Allora, perché? Ah,
No, the footprints don't match. Or if O'Leary killed Dunn, he did it without stepping in the paint, or in different shoes.
infatti erano diverse.
What are you doing?
Do you like sardines?
Excuse me?
Do you like sardines?
Ugh.
È un pinguino? No! Questo è quello che ha picchiato, che ha ucciso l'uccello. Cassidy. La pistola è scomparsa.
Looks like the burglar isn't interested in bureaucracy. Not that I suspected
Nei
otherwise,
soldi.
but it's obvious they weren't looking for money.
Did they take anything?
No, although... When you went in the hospital room to get your purse, did you get the gun as well?
Yes. Isn't it there? I put it back. I'd rather not
Ottimo.
go through that again.
That's too bad. It looks like they took it.
Ora vediamo. Quindi ho tre indizi. Puzza di pesci.
It looks like
Questa
O'Leary
è
has
una
rigged the
pista.
fight between Stone and Yale.
Ok, vediamo un attimo. Vabbè, questa poi non
It's
c'entra con
pretty
qualche
clear that Helen
aspetto.
Moore's cigarette case was a gift from O'Leary.
Ok, dobbiamo andare avanti. Vabbè, ok.
If she's still in love, why does she claim she hates him? What is she
Cosa
hiding?
starà nascondendo? Andiamo a parlare con lei però a questo punto. No, basta, non c'è più deduzioni da fare. Io non vedo più niente in ufficio. Possiamo andare avanti? Oddio, chi è questo?
Whose is that?
Mary Purnell.
You think she did this?
Wait here,
Vediamo
please.
se c'è qualcosa su. Proprio curioso di vedere, ma non sono convinto. Ok, non si sente. Chi si nasconde su? Oddio, è morta! No! Non potevo salvarla in qualche modo? No, Cristo. Volevo salvarla, sarà simpatica a me. Cristo, mi dispiace un botto, mi stava simpatica.
If I were you, I wouldn't quit. Trust me, it might be painful at first, but time heals all wounds. Why
Vedi?
did you listen to me?
Colpa mia, ti fossi licenziata. Colpa mia, cazzo, devo andarsene via.
Dear Sonia, I need to tell you several
Things
things
about your father. In fact, I know he would have wanted me to tell you. Among them, the fact that you co-own an apartment in Manhattan. Please call me. Yours truly, Mary Purnell.
No?
could be a knife wound. The murder was brutal.
Ma chi? Ma cosa fa sul tetto? Da scendere, non salire. È morta per colpa mia. Porca puttana. Poverino.
I want you to call the police, son, and then go straight to a friend's house. Don't even think about going home, and definitely don't come back here.
I'm staying at a friend's house. I haven't even set foot in my father's place yet.
Mhm.
Good. Do you have the keys? If the murderer didn't find what he was looking for, that might be his next stop. If he hasn't been there yet.
Vediamo un po'. Andiamo a casa del padre. No, cioè di lei.
For once I had the keys to the place, which meant I wouldn't have to use my lockpicks or...
Calcio adesso.
Possiamo mangiare un po' prima stasera? Inizia a gattoparla.
It doesn't look like anyone picked the lock.
Non c'è qualcuno dentro per essere chiuso all'interno allora.
Look at that. The guy sure had good taste. I see more art in a boxer's hypnotizing footwork than in
Così
certain
comunque ne faccio
modern
fare così,
paintings.
Pum pum pum. Dopo devo cercare quanto difficile fare tutti gli achievement del gioco. Se sia così difficile devo giocarlo più volte. Fatto su Facebook. Bellissimo l'orso.
It's hard to believe that a pair of boxing fists could play something like this, although I'm sure he had the lungs for it. It looks like Dunn had already begun to move his things.
Eh sì, dall'altra. Ma che belli i poster dietro.
Dunn? Thorpe? No idea. And these two, they look familiar.
Quello sembra il pugile, quello, cioè il pugile del dottore. No?
Ready-made meals on airplane trays in front of the TV.
Figo, in America
Who would
si
have
passò
thought we'd end up eating like this? Dunn died 4 days ago, and that lettuce still looks okay.
E portala via, gatto. No, ho sbagliato. Non mi ha fatto lo switch. E boom!
Sardines. It's been open for a few hours.
Chi è che abita qua allora?
Of course. Now I see how Dunn bought the apartment he was going to share with Mary. This place has to be empty in 2 weeks for the new owners. I wonder if Sonia knows about this.
Prima faccio tutte le ricerche, dopo faccio i miei a corsa, finché poi non mi godo un cazzo che salto le cose.
You still looked at her every morning, so many years later, with a new love? Maybe we don't need to forget. Maybe pain just transforms into, I don't know, something.
Carina.
Elaine.
Che cazzo sono
I think that was
cose?
Dunn's wife's name, according to Jake. Wow. Could Dunn really afford such luxuries? Or did he only want to
Black
impress
Panther.
Mary?
Sì, queste figurine sono un po' impensabili. Quell'altra sera ne ho perse 2 o 3 perché è riuscito a luce, no? Ho detto Lovecraft, ho letto. Oh, figo, achievement, tutti i libri ho preso. Se fossi impegnato mi avrei sgamati tutti i libri. Sento qualcuno.
Another empty closet.
Tu, 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 tu.
Could this be the origin of Sonia's interest in business management?
Con l'abaco. Frank
One of the very
Papaglia.
few teen idols who only got better with age. What's this doing here? No matter how hard I look, I'm not getting anywhere. What the hell was the burglar looking for? And most importantly, did he find it?
Ok. Per forza.
It's pretty clear that the burglar came by the house before heading to the gym, which means he probably didn't find what he was looking for in here. I need to talk with Sonia, and maybe with her uncle Tim.
It brings back, I don't know.
Good memories?
An optimist, are we? It's like remembering the last day of summer. Scenes full of joy, picturesque landscapes, and yet the light is faint and the air is still, the calm before the storm.
I know that feeling.
I figured that much. I can see it in your eyes. We met in the Army. We were all professional athletes. They called us the Olympic Five.
Who's the guy on the left?
Ah, Viktor Sukovsky, the athlete. You've probably heard of his medals.
Hey, isn't that Craig Spano? The guy on the Morley's billboards?
Yes, indeed. Our captain. He was the oldest, after all, and star of the New York Warriors. He was an orphan, you know. But he loved the sport so much that he said baseball was his family.
Who's the guy on the right?
Angus Mitchell, our combat medic, and a doctor with the New York Warriors, which is how he met Spanow. It was Spanow who got him assigned to our platoon.
What about you?
It's me?
I had just signed with the Milestones. I hadn't even played my first game, but people said I had a bright future ahead of me.
And you did. The cop at the hospital sure seemed happy to be the proud owner of a Tim Ironarm Thorpe autograph.
Who would have thought that I'd end up becoming Tim Iron Legs Thorpe?
What happened?
I fought the Nazis for 2 years, up there in the sky, over Europe. And I never set foot in a field hospital. 3 years later, I crossed the street without looking. And look at me
Questa è
now.
sfiga. Come Schumacher.
Was Dunn already boxing?
Yes, he was. I had already seen him fight before I even met him. He was as humble in the ring as he was in life. He'd always let his rivals take the initiative. I remember how he barely dodged the blows. If you didn't look at his feet, it seemed like he wasn't even moving. And the footwork, pure dancing. You could almost hear the music. The song would play until his opponent was exhausted. Then came the drum roll, followed by Dunn's victory by KO.
What happened to all of them?
Zukovsky died the same day they injured Dunn. Dunn received an honorable discharge and came home. He quit boxing and opened his gym. Mitchell was redeployed to a field hospital. Spano and I continued in the same unit, but nothing was ever the same.
Vabbè, solo in due.
You see what I meant with the last day? And after the war, well, who the hell cares?
I do. What happened to Spano?
Well, you've seen the billboards. He made it big time. When I was forced to retire, I got him some advertising deals. That's how I founded this agency. But then
quello
something
vicino.
happened to him. He became sullen. He fell out of shape. And slowly but surely, lost touch with reality. He withdrew from public life and broke off our friendship. Haven't heard from him in, 3 years? And believe me, I've tried to contact him.
What happened to Mitchell after the war?
Mitchell? Who knows? We lost touch. I hope he's doing well.
I think I saw Mitchell not too long ago, but I can't remember where.
Non
Seriously?
spiegare.
Please try to remember. I'd love to hear from him again.
I'll do my best. You think Spano might have been involved
Non
in
spiegare
Dunn's
pensa
death?
su lui.
Spano? No way. He and Dunn were always... Well, Spano's changed so much that it's hard to say. Allow me to double your wage. You have to find the murderer. Maybe Dunn stayed in touch with Mitchell or Spano. Maybe even with both. But he never told me anything. Maybe Sonia knows.
I doubt it, but that's not the only question I've got for her. May I?
Carica, carica, carica. Carica, carica, carica. E carica, 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 carica. Ah, Madonna. No, quando vuole finisce di caricarsi il gioco, non preoccupatevi. Perché è un po' timido.
Yes.
Sonia,
No, she's not here. Who's calling?
where is she?
Ah, soltanto i filtri sono tornati. Non buttarti, no!
You know, it's dangerous.
Have you ever wished you'd never been born?
What? Many times. Too many.
Then we're both in the same boat. First time was right after moving to New York. I hated my mother. She was the reason we moved from the countryside and the smell of freshly mowed grass to this dirty city and the smell of medicine. Her medicine. The second time was after she died. I hated myself for having hated her before, for not having loved her enough. The third time was when my father shut himself off. I hated him for that, for abandoning me, for giving in to the booze. Now he's dead, so take a guess.
You hate yourself for having hated him.
Yes, but that's not the worst of it. The problem is I don't know how to live without hating him. Over the last few years, everything I've done was meant to push my father far away. To avoid being like him. To avoid making his same mistakes. Without him, I just don't know who I am. And you won't even let me hate Bobby, which might actually help me.
The more you hate, the worse you feel.
You think I don't know that? I need someone to blame. Without that someone, I have only myself to hate.
Non sono bravissimo, eh.
Hey,
Oddio.
me. A good detective would have found the killer by now.
That's nonsense. You've already come so far. I'm sorry I haven't been a little more grateful.
Io ci provo.
In any case, you shouldn't hate yourself. You are... No, you have such good qualities. You're as smart as you are kind.
That's what my father used to say. Why would you think that?
You try too hard to hide the latter. But I'm a detective.
Anyway, can we just drop the subject? Did you go to my father's apartment?
Yes, the thief went there before coming to the gym, which leads me to believe he didn't find what he was looking for.
And what was he looking for?
That's what I intend to find out, with your help. I saw your old room.
That's embarrassing. I see you were dead serious about me hating you.
I'm also a fan of Frank Papalia.
Oh, yeah, the poster. I only liked him because my father thought he was too
Che l'odio.
modern.
Did the abacus inspire you to dabble in finances?
The most useful gift anybody has ever given me.
A gift from your Uncle Tim?
He used to say
Bah.
that in this day and age, a woman should know how to count. My father didn't agree, but he didn't oppose it either. People thought he was a liberal because of his attitude towards racial issues. But at home, things were different.
Sempre così.
I found a baseball glove with Spano's autograph in your room.
Oh, I've never seen it. My father must have put it there, although I don't remember him having a signed glove.
Ah,
It's odd that there are practically no toys or memories of your childhood in the room.
un attimo.
Except for a small music box.
That box? It might just be my last happy memory. It's from before my mother got sick and we moved here. I loved reading stories about pirates. So my father drew a treasure map for me. I searched the whole house, one clue at a time.
Figo.
It led me to this enormous tree in the yard where Daddy had put up a tire swing. X marks the spot, so I dug to find my treasure. I loved the music it played, the ballerina and the little secret compartment. Oh, the secrets I kept in there.
I think it's the first time I heard you call your father Daddy.
Sono dovuto andare in casa per cercare il segreto.
Really?
I found a picture taken during the war.
The Olympic Five.
Did you meet any of them, besides your father and uncle?
Well, Uncle Tim actually isn't my uncle.
No?
He and my father loved each other like brothers. Did he tell you that he saved his life?
Your father saved Thorpe?
They were flying over Brittany in a 3-unit fighter plane. Zukovsky was the pilot, my father was the co-pilot, and my uncle manned the machine gun. Suddenly, enemy fire killed Zukovsky and injured my father, which is why he never boxed again. My uncle jumped out of the gun turret, ran to the cockpit, and managed to pilot the plane to safety. Oh, the times my father told me that story. And now,
You still have your uncle.
yes, I guess you're right. Maybe he can also save me.
Did you ever meet Spano? What can you tell me about him?
I think I saw him once, but I was just a little girl. I think my uncle turned him into a star. That was a long time ago.
Did you ever meet Mitchell, the doctor?
Mitchell? The lizard? No, never. Why?
Oh, nothing. I think I've seen him somewhere.
È freddo.
Are you cold?
A little. Maybe I should go.
Wait,
Do
I
you
still
want
have a
me to
couple
go?
of questions for you. Your father sold his apartment. The new owners move in 2 weeks.
What?
I'm sorry. I think he used the money to buy a new place with Mary Purnell. The letter you're holding explains the rest.
Infatti.
I wish I'd had the chance to talk to her.
Your dad had great taste in music.
So, better taste than I had as a child?
Well, now you've put me on the spot.
You don't know how happy that makes me.
Well, I think you've already answered all my questions.
It's about time. I thought you were waiting for me to freeze out here. Anyway,
Note della gente.
thanks for the company.
Povera Madonna. No, cazzo, mi
I
sono
knew I was
passato.
looking at a solution, but what exactly needed solving?
Ok.
Maybe Dunn used the same hiding place once more.
Ancora sto cazzo di formichiere che va a uccidermi come l'altra volta.
I'll never understand why detectives and criminals bluster while they fight each other in the pictures. What a waste of breath, focus, and energy.
Infatti.
It's not the lack of credibility in the screenplay that bothers me.
Ok. Minchia.
Plus, it's actually pretty handy.
Ah, ma cazzo, ma
I wish this one had
non si
talked.
è spostato. Ma io ho fatto giusto. No, che due coglioni, cazzo, quando sbaglio così. Devo rifare tutto.
I'll never understand why detectives and criminals bluster while they fight each other in the pictures. What a waste of breath, focus, and energy.
Ma era giusto così, cazzo. Sono tipo dei cattivi tipo quelli di Grease.
It's not the lack of credibility in the screenplay that bothers me. Plus, it's actually pretty handy. When a crook talks to you in the middle of a fight, You know you're up against a rookie. And if he doesn't even say, "Help me, please,"
Ci ho provato a aiutarlo io. Questo è scriptato che cadesse, non sono sicuro. Ci ho provato a aiutarlo. Scusate. Ok, infatti è vivo ancora.
What did they say?
nothing serious. I lost another one of my 9 lives. Oh, this hurts.
Got many left?
I'm in the red. He hasn't woken up yet?
Nope.
Nope. We're gonna be here a while. Vulpine, 7 letters.
Crafty?
C-R-A-F. No, that's 6.
Ah, lui mangia il sardine, che cazzo lo sapeva? Ah, minchia, tutto lui ha fatto allora, madonna. Doppia intuizione.
Wait, I know. Vulpine, 7 letters. Cunning. What are you looking for?
Nothing. Will he live?
He'll live.
So what have you found out?
Randall Lee. Apparently in love with our penitentiary system, judging by the frequency of his visits. Theft, assault, extortion, minor things of the sort.
Omicidio.
Any partners?
Always works alone. He's never ratted out his employers, provided they exist. Did you find anything? Is this our man? Do you have proof?
It looks like we know who tore his pants following Mary Purnell up to the rooftop.
Anche le sardine.
His pants have a tear in them. I found a piece of that same fabric at the gym, on the stairs that lead to the rooftop where we found the second body.
Makes sense, but how many pairs of ripped pants are walking around New York City? I don't call that evidence.
Aspetta. Ok.
The guy who broke into the gym in Dunn's place has a thing for sardines. Did you smell his breath?
Right, because there's only one sardine fanatic on this side of the Hudson. I need something more.
Qualcosa in più. Cosa c'è qualcosa in più? Ok. Eccoli qua.
I saw footprints from those very same shoes next to both the Jim murders.
Unless you're telling me that shoe is a limited edition, I'm gonna need something else.
Ancora, cazzo. Allora. Okay.
One of the thugs that attacked me the other night had a snout just like his.
I'm sorry, but you can't incriminate someone based solely on species. What else you got?
Madonna. Cos'altro?
What more do you need? I've given you 4 pieces of evidence.
None of which are conclusive.
He tried to throw me off the rooftop.
Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. He's our man.
No, he's not our man.
Make up your mind.
He's just a puppet. Someone is pulling his strings.
Ok, in quel senso sì,
Could
allora.
it be Yale?
He's hiding something for
Qualcosa.
sure. But I don't think he did it. By the way, was he discharged? His room is empty.
They let him out yesterday. He's in police custody now. You can tell he's an athlete. Made quite the comeback. Anyone else would have taken 10 times as long. Anyway, he better be fine. You know they've ordered me to escort him to Madison Square Garden on the day of the fight.
That's the first I hear of it.
Quick, what do you want? Good cop or bad cop?
I'm the good guy. Good thing someone took out the trash.
No wonder you were saved by garbage, you piece of trash. But you're gonna wish it hadn't.
Go to hell, you dog. Don't pay any attention to Flatfeet, Mr. Lee. Yeah, you're in a tight spot, but there's always a way out. We have proof that you killed Joe Dunn and Mary Purnell. Call your bluff. You ain't got nothing.
Are you acquainted with our usual witness program? For a modest sum, they'll say they saw your sorry snout when and where we tell them to.
Cut the crap, Smirnoff. You know we've got conclusive evidence. However, we can offer you a deal if you tell us who hired you. What can you offer me? We could significantly reduce your sentence. I could testify that you helped me on the rooftop. That's a start, but it's not good enough. I want in on the witness protection program. New city, new job, new identity, and a clean police record. That's the only way I'll talk. Meanwhile, I want police protection 24/7. I'm afraid that...
Whoa!
Madonna, chi è che ha sparato?
Watch out!
No, ho finito. Sto per un cazzo bravo.
I'm afraid that...
Whoa!
Watch out!
Minchia, c'è chi? Mazza, eh?
Luckily, Smirnov's wound wasn't as bad as Randall's. Unfortunately, the police found nothing on the nearby rooftops. Our best shot at finding the killer was gone, so I went back to my previous lead.
Chissà. Oh, era la volta buona per andare avanti, ho preso un cazzo. Non potevo salvarlo probabilmente, se è impossibile, cioè. Bello.
It's from before my mother got sick and we moved here. I loved reading stories about pirates, so
Si stava caricando
my
ancora.
father drew a treasure map for me. I searched the whole house, one clue at a time. It led me to this enormous tree in the yard where Daddy had put up a tire swing.
E non c'è neanche il gancio. Come l'ho attaccato? Elaine. Come la pirata di piratessa di... come si chiama, cazzo? Di Monkey Island. È quello che cercava. Voglio trovarlo, è mega nascosto.
Bing Bang!
Hello, Smirnoff residence.
You're
Blacksad
dead!
here.
No, I got you with my lasso!
Can you quiet down, kids?
Dunn got killed for stirring the hornet's nest.
And you confessed your crime!
Kids, please.
He'd been investigating athletes for months, including Helen Moore and Al Stone, among others. Dunn's notes aren't all that clear, and I'm not sure what he was after.
Io su chi ho scommesso, non mi ricordo più su chi abbia scommesso io. 100% romantico.
But I'd say we're facing a
Dopo
widespread
controllo perché
corruption
sono
case.
postarlo.
Well, you're right. That could be some dangerous evidence. Bring it here ASAP.
Sure, but there's something important that I need to finish first.
Sto morendo di noia per colpa del Covid. Sono positivo e mi tocca stare a casa altri 6 giorni. Solo 4 sono passati, ma il grosso ancora deve arrivare. Sperando che domenica sia negativo si possa uscire a fare cose. Insomma, ciao.
I wanted to follow a certain lead on my own before Smirnov had the chance to see anything.
Vediamo un po'.
According to his notebook, Dunn had seen Craig Spano at Sam's Diner just 4 days before his death.
Get out of here, pussy!
I'm sorry about what happened to Mary.
You're sorry? I'm the one who's sorry. You know what it's like to run this place alone? What the hell do you care, anyway? Beat it!
It might have been easier to slap the information out of him. but I decided to trust in a universal truth. Everyone is guilty of something. You don't know who I am, right?
Don't know and don't care. Come on, spit it out.
I'm John H. Blackmore, Public Health Inspector.
Oh, yeah, right. There are some real freaks around here, so I have to be firm, you know? Have you eaten? Dinner's on the house.
After you answer my questions.
Sure, go ahead. Your call. Always at your disposal, Inspector. Ask away.
Fear turned him soft and made him talk.
Che bastardo.
Sure enough, Dunn had been there a few days back with a chimpanzee who matched Spano's description. Apparently, the guy still lived with his father. Dunn said he couldn't stay there a day more. For the time being, he would move into his place.
Wait a minute. What does Public Health Services have to do with that chimp?
The chimp died of food poisoning.
But wait! He didn't even eat!
Which is even worse.
Sì, nuova deduzione.
Dunn had taken Spano to his place. I wanted to believe that when Randall Lee broke into the apartment, Spano fled to his former address. But where could that be?
Ok.
I gotcha.
Figo, cazzo. Cioè, la grafica non è il top. Poi intendo l'ambiente.
If the living have rich and poor neighborhoods, so do the dead. In the mid-19th century, Greenwood became the resting place to the city's most distinguished
Figo,
citizens.
cazzo.
Thinkers, scientists, writers, inventors, artists, businessmen, politicians, police officers, thieves, pimps, and murderers.
Tutti.
Here lie the bodies of the soulless minds that raised New York from the ground up. Now you know where to go to become somebody in the Big Apple.
Grazie, me lo segno. Un'ora giusto seduto. Non dice anche orologio. Bella questa, non mi piace. No, questo no. Questo mi piace un botto, questo qua.
I've never trusted angels. When they fall, they turn into demons.
Ma soprattutto quelle in fondo, che sono sicuro che sono quelle più inculate, quelle giuste. Figurati se sono giuste quelle comode davanti. No? Che bella questa musica qua. Oh! Un mondo di quello famoso.
According to the book I found at Dunn's place, fans of the sport leave baseballs on Bradwick's tomb to pay their respects.
Ecco qua c'è del cibo lì però. Infatti.
Still hot.
Fichettinato in verde disegnato, Sto... È una
If this had
scimmia,
been
sarà
here
su.
over 30 minutes, it'd be covered in ants.
Sei una scimmia sopra l'albero, sicuro. Una figurina, ecco perché sono Pete Franchetti, titoli americani. C'entra questo, secondo me è sull'albero di là, non riesco a vederla, cazzo.
The 4 bases
Oddio,
guarding their
Tamringo.
father.
Sicuramente è quella zona di qua, non so dove cazzo andare ancora. Settimo bloccato, adesso pensa. Ah, c'è le deduzioni, ecco perché. Ok.
Mitchell, who fought with Dunn during the war, tried to pass as Yale's doctor.
Questo già sempre da 2 ore però. Ok, vediamo. No. Allora. Che cazzo potrei fare mai adesso? Quale cazzo sarà mai allora la funzione? Ci sto pensando, che cazzo devo andare? Allora, cosa cambia? Ho fatto come l'ho fatto.
O'Leary
Ma che
wouldn't have
cazzo
sent
cambia? L'ho
Randall to
fatto
kill
prima.
Dunn. He would have dragged him to his basement, given him his little speech, and then killed him
Mancava
himself.
poco. Poi che cazzo devo... Mi manca poco per arrivare alla conclusione finale che mi sono perso. Non ho visto, mi sa, qualcosa, no. Ok.
It'd be even better with a skull between the bats.
Non c'è un cazzo, ho fatto già tutte le fatte le esecuzioni allora.
A Celtic cross. Supposedly, the ring keeps the devil at bay by reflecting the sunlight. Really handy at this time of the day.
Utrecht. Vediamo un po'. Prima non c'era il rumore, cos'è cambiato? Niente. Oh, ecco è caduta la...
I've always been a New York Warriors fan, although, to be honest, they're not what they used to be. Yep, they just haven't been the same without Craig Spano. Joe Dunn met with someone at the diner, close to his gym. Then he took that person to his house, so that he didn't have to live at the cemetery. I would have never guessed the person's identity. I'm investigating a case of sports corruption. I think a considerable amount of athletes are involved, both current celebrities and former stars.
Sigaretta vuole anche. Cazzone.
Marley's are the absolute worst.
Deve manca tanto alla fine, penso.
Who are you?
I'm John Blacksad, private investigator.
How's Joe?
One question at a time. It's my turn.
Ah, chi ha la palla parla.
Your turn.
What was your glove doing at Dunn's place?
Because Dunn said he was shaking the hornet's nest, that sooner or later they'd come after me, because they wanted to kill me, because he offered me his home, and then vanished. Because I waited for him for 2 days, and then they came to get me. Because I had no time to take my glove when I escaped through the window.
What did he want from you? And who wants to kill you?
One question at a time. How's Joe?
What would happen if I told him the truth? Would he lose it? Could I take that chance? Joe Dunn is dead. Murdered.
I told you, Joe. How did it happen?
One question at a time. My turn. What did Dunn want from you?
He wanted to know who was playing dirty in the sporting business. Dirtier than usual, that is. Wrecked lives, careers, ruined at the top of the game. He wanted to know if the same had happened to me. He wanted to know if the end of my career and my disappearance had anything to do with all that. He wanted me to confirm who was behind it all. The guy who had him killed. Our old friend, the surgeon.
Surgeon, chi potrebbe essere? Ah, il chirurgo lui.
Is Mitchell the surgeon? Is he the person behind all of this? That surgeon you mentioned, is he...
My turn.
Quindi un po' mi faccio due domande, scappa via prima.
I want to know why I should trust you.
Do it for Joe Dunn, our common friend. It's my turn. That surgeon that you mentioned, is he in this photo I got here? Ow! Hey!
Ancora.
Ah.
È scappato.
Hey, that toss was...
Cazzo. Devo aspettarlo comunque.
Both my ear and my self-esteem would hurt for days. But at least I had a new lead to follow, the surgeon. The bastard had avoided my scrutiny by passing as a hospital doctor. But now, all of my senses were on guard. No matter how good the disguise or how well he hid, I would find him.
So, what you're saying is, 1, there's a corruption scandal involving all kinds of athletes.
Esatto, Visor.
2, our puppet master is a surgeon named Mitchell, a man who happened to fight in the war with Dunn, right?
Maybe, but it could be no more than a false lead.
Anyway, where was I? Number 3, right? 3, since Dunn was on his trail, Mitchell, or whomever, hired an anteater to get rid of him.
Ah, cazzo.
Then, since you were also shaking the wasp's nest, he went after you. But the anteater made a mistake, and Mitchell, or whomever, killed him to cover his own tracks. And, wait, 4, the key to all this lies with a common friend of Dunn's and Mitchell's, Craig Spenow. Do you really trust him?
Sì.
I have the feeling there's something Craig didn't tell me. I don't know what exactly, but I'll find out.
4. 5. Dunn was murdered 4 days after taking Spenow to his house. If that doesn't make him suspect, makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah, it could make sense.
Ha! Who's the detective now? Let's follow up with the suspects. You told Smirnoff that even though you're sure Yale is innocent, you think he's hiding something. But what about O'Leary? 6.
Nah, I know O'Leary, and he wouldn't have sent a hitman. He would have taken matters into his own hands.
What about Cassidy? 7, right?
Cassidy. No, tutto impulsivamente, infatti.
I think it's safe to rule out Cassidy as Dunn's murderer. He seems too impulsive to have planned such a twisted crime. Whoever planned the whole thing knew the suicide theory would fall through, so he manipulated the clues to incriminate Yale. Cassidy is too impulsive to pull off such an intricate plan.
So, even if you have your doubts, Mitchell is the one pulling the strings. And you know why? Because in novels, the murderer is always someone the detective knows from the beginning.
Well, that could be the case in British novels. You know, where
Sonia.
everyone in the mansion where the murder took place is a suspect. But this might just be an American whodunit, where the detective doesn't even meet the culprit
Vorrei
until the
leggere
last
un
scene.
romanzo americano se so
You
quelli
mean we
inglesi,
still
diciamo,
don't know
vai
who's
su
pulling the
figlio.
strings?
I didn't say that. How did it go with Helen Moore?
I didn't get anything, even though it started out really well. I asked to interview her along with her boyfriend, Al Stone. Since I'm a big shot, they were happy to oblige.
Vabbè, Wisolla, cosa vuoi?
Perfect. Now, time
sta
for the
tagliando,
interview.
scusate.
I'll go back and forth so you don't get bored. So, who goes first? Here's one for both of you. How did you meet?
At the party organized by Des.
How
Al, who threw the party doesn't matter one bit. What matters is that I saw you and you saw me. Our paths crossed and our lives were changed forever.
Okay, now. Here's a question for Al. Are you ever jealous about sharing your sweetheart with America?
Yeah,
Nonsense. America has my smile, my figure, and my patriotic love. Everything else, and I mean everything,
Madonna,
belongs to
tutto lo
Al,
facendo
right,
lui
baby?
è un babbo di una minchia.
Yeah, that's right.
Moving on. Here's one for Helen. Dating a boxer can be dangerous. Aren't you afraid that those blows to the head will take a toll on his intellectual capacity?
Honey, take a look at my man and then look at yourself. You really think I'm with him because of his intellectual capacity?
Helen!
Write this down. Nothing will change my man. His smarts, manliness, and integrity are all boxing
Che
proof.
stronza lei, mamma mia.
Now what? So, Al. Your manager is Frank Cassidy, president of the Boxing Managers Association of New York. According to him, only boxers working with member managers should be allowed to compete. What do you think about that?
We never talk politics, honey. Athletes should steer clear of controversy and stay focused on their sport, don't you think?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, one more question, and...
Al, honey, can you answer it? I've got to go say hi to a fan. I'll be right back, Mr. Pulitzer.
Wait. You mean she stopped smiling when that fan showed up?
Yeah.
Could you describe him for me?
I'll be able to show you something as soon as I'm done developing these pictures. And actually, I thought it was odd, too. So while I continued to interview Stone, I managed to take some pictures of Moore and whoever her mysterious fan was.
Grande.
All right, so where were we? In just 12 days, the contender will try to steal your belt. Any thoughts on your fight against Yale?
Well, supposedly the odds are in my favor, but there's no such thing as a weak rival. And, you know, Bobby Yale might be young and going through a rough patch, but he's had an amazing streak, so I'll do my best.
Are you ever jealous about sharing your sweetheart with America?
Well, I wouldn't say I'm jealous, but I know that someone so popular and honest can draw the wrong kind of attention. There are plenty of people who would love to put an end to her career, so it's not easy.
Your manager is Frank Cassidy, president of the Boxing Managers Association of New York. According to him, only boxers working with member managers should be allowed to compete. What do you think about that?
Cassidy is a great manager, really. No complaints there. And the work he's putting in as president of the association is really valuable. But, I don't know, maybe in this case, Joe Dunn was right. Wait, no. Could you keep that last comment off the record? You know, on the down low.
My lips are sealed. Let's get that picture taken. Okay, now raise your head and your arms up like you were celebrating a victory.
Like these?
Exactly. Wait, I accidentally moved. Stand still. I'll take another one. What's with me today? Don't move, please. Now we got it. Should we keep at it? I'm gonna take one more, all right? Turn around and show me those biceps from behind.
Like that?
That's it. What's up with me? Stand still. I'll take it again. I can't seem to get it right. Don't move. It's about time. Finally, we're all set.
Wait. So, are you telling me the photos are developed? Or is that what you said to Stone?
Both. Just look.
Look at his hand. Is he pulling something out of Moore's purse? Or putting it in? Who's that guy?
I know he's not a fan. You should have seen her face when she saw him.
Dottore.
I've seen that matchbox before. Wait, that's him.
Who?
Mitchell, the surgeon.
Seriously? We got him.
Not yet.
Right. We still have to find him. Hey, pal. Did you hear what I just said? We need to keep looking at all those pictures. We need a clue that'll take us to Mitchell. Hey, see? There. Just like I was saying.
Figo, si sta intricando il gioco. Vorrei trovare un momento in cui posso spegnere per staccare un po' e andare avanti stasera, magari.
Brawls aren't even the worst part of my job. Sure, you may take a beating, but at least you get the chance to defend yourself. But when you're sitting in your car all night, there's no way out.
Gli accostamenti non passano più.
Your legs cramp up, your back and neck feel stiff. Your entire body aches to be somewhere else. It's boring and repetitive.
Suo stile noir.
People were finally leaving the place. The bar was about to close.
Tutti tranne
And I
Mitchell.
hadn't seen Mitchell go in or out. I had no choice.
I see you took me up on my invitation. And you're smart. You knew not to come until my anti-fur regulars had all cleared out.
I can't say no to good advice.
Or good bourbon. Here's looking at you, Mr. What was your name?
As far as I knew, La Iguana always stayed neutral. He played poker with Cassidy, but his joint was used as the gambling drop-off for O'Leary's operation. Did it make sense to keep faking it? Or was it too dangerous not to?
Farnham. Howard M. Farnham II.
That's right. Howard Farnham from Ding Dong, Texas.
Sì, sono mica budelle tagliate.
You're a natural. You're even better at pool than poker.
This here's much easier. No cheating.
You barely flinched when Cassidy decided to teach that ego a lesson.
What do you want a fella to say? If Cassidy hadn't ordered his barber to kill that son of a bitch, I'd have done it myself. Some of God's creatures just don't deserve to live.
Damn it.
Well, nobody's perfect. Tell me, what do you really want with Cassidy? I can't say it's clear to me.
Well, you see, Desmond O'Leary is my enemy. If you know a thing or two about him, I can leave it at that.
Don't worry about it. I was only curious. So, what about me? What do you want from me? No one comes to La Iguana just to drink and play pool.
I'm here looking for a regular of yours, Dr. Angus Mitchell.
What for?
We fought together during the war. I just wanted to say hi.
Sure. Tell you what, I'll talk to Mitchell. Come back tomorrow night.
You don't understand. I have to talk to him, or else.
Or else what?
You'd be losing your chance to make a pretty penny. I know how to reward my allies.
You think I'd spend my time in this dump if all I cared about was the money? Please, cut the crap. Anything else?
I got friends in high places. Friends you don't want to meet.
Oh, and you don't think I do? You think this dump would still be open otherwise? I hate to say this, but you're running out of options.
I don't think Cassidy would be too happy about the role this here dump plays in old Leary's gambling operation. You follow me?
Son of a bitch. All right. Give me your phone number, and I'll give you a call when Mitchell shows up.
No. You're gonna call him right now, and you're gonna give him this message. But when you're sitting in your car all night, there's no way out. Your legs cramp up, your back and neck feel stiff, your entire body aches to be somewhere else. It's boring and repetitive. It's so bad that your thoughts spiral in a never-ending loop, like when you're stuck in your car, on surveillance duty. The owner of La Iguana was supposed to tell Mitchell that a certain anteater was still alive, and that it was only a matter of time before he ratted him out. With a bit of luck, that would make him nervous enough to force his hand. Now all I had to do was follow him.
No, pure qua inseguimenti li odio, faccio schifo. Se devo guidare io, se no... Esce la cazzina e stacco. Che parcheggio di merda ha fatto? Un po' di mano come sotto. Un cavallo anche. Il secondo tipo che mi ha aggredito.
We'll be just fine, don't worry. Gil, stand guard right here. If the cat shows up, you know what to do. I'll be back in an hour.
Cadillac.
Looks like things won't be easy. Looks like things won't be easy. Could I take him by surprise from over there? Although I don't know how I'd get there.
Tutto il giro fatto solo fuori, ok. Sei un gatto ti arrampichi, no? Sì, che lui è il secondo che mi ha aggredito. Subito l'ho visto.
Of course, he's Randall Lee's partner. I should be careful. When they gave me a beating, I could see he was kinda trigger happy.
No, niente, poi mi stai da qua. Dal tubo. Da qui fa tutto il giro così lungo la Madonna. Figurati, vorrei essere sopra il ponte. La Madonna, quanto è grande quest'area. È enorme. No, questo gioco qua è uscito da un botto, sarà qualche anno ormai. Vediamo un attimo, Blacksad. Te lo dico subito, quando è uscito, è tratto da una serie a fumetti, 2 o 3 anni giocato, 2019 almeno. L'ho preso in offerta al GameStop, quindi 7 euro, quindi si ci trova un pochino di tempo. No, no. Magari qua devo stare. Aspetta. Ah, è qua, ecco, ho sbagliato totalmente l'uscita. Ecco qua. Sì, allora, la grafica non è il massimo, è carino, simpatico, veloce, durerà quelle 6-7-8 ore di gioco. Se lo fai secondo me poi completamente, se lo fai solamente, non dico speed, dritto per dritto. Se non ci tutte le figurine come faccio io, vai veloce. È un noir americano. Un attimo. No, cazzo, ho sbagliato il tempismo, mi sa. Ora. Adesso mi ammazzo, lo so. Puntuale, cazzo. Sbaglio sempre il tempismo, figa. Devastante. Devastante. Sperando che mi faccia dipendere da qui, ok. So tante volte ti fa dipendere da 1000 anni prima e ci si mette una vita a far tutto. A questo punto penso di saltare tutto e tornare a salire sulle scale. Vediamo se devo andare di qua. Se posso salire dalle scale magari trovo l'alternativa. Infatti. Piuttosto entro dall'alto. In America sono un sacco di lucernari. Sfruttiamolo sta cosa. Tac. Non si può correre. Con LB si vedono tutte le varie ricerche che fai, i vari personaggi che incontri, più o meno cosa hai deciso di fare e a che punto sei arrivato nella storia. Carino come idea. Dici così, con RB hai tutte le varie storie, un principio che scopri e per collegare i vari pezzi.
I did mess up a guy's face with an extinguisher once, but this kind is too heavy for my current needs.
Solo la porta forse. Perfetto. Lo scudo a piombatura. Cioè piombatura, uno scudo per saldatore. Peppo Pig. Ah, la scimmia. Comunque ci sono le prime due parti, sono registrate sul canale se vuoi vedertele. Te le guardi per capire un po' com'è la storia in generale, perché sei arrivato quasi verso la fine del gioco. Un po' lunghi i caricamenti, vabbè, perché giocando su Xbox One di ciaone.
What does this place have to hide?
Serve una chiave. Servono delle bombe, stiamo vedendole. Serve una chiave però allora.
Will I need help? Who would I call?
Smirnoff, no. Il cane poliziotto.
Smirnoff.
Pier 36. Meet me in an hour.
Blacksad.
If you're coming from Montgomery, it's the 6th sea-facing warehouse.
What's going on?
And bring the cavalry.
Mi serve una chiave, devo fare la chiave a vedere un po' cosa c'è dentro. E qui c'è. Nessuno ha una chiave, cazzo. È già pronto? È già pronto? Sì, sì, bevo acqua. Ci vediamo dopo. Vado in pausa, vado a cena. Manca poco comunque, me lo sento. A fra poco.